Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. This is a part 2 basically of the 4 horsemen build. I did the El Camino and this is the Royal Knight. I'll put a link up here if you want to find out what that is. On that video I talked about the Royal Knight was the Chevy version. The GMC had a version called the Diablo. So Second Chance Redlines made the water slides, and this is why we are here. I ordered another premium 80 El Camino, which is gonna be turned into the GMC. I believe the GMC were, instead of El Camino, they were called Caballero, right? Another thing I saw on everybody's 4 horsemen video, they got the mainline version, right? The one with the red paint and all that stuff. That's why it's different. The back part is different. You can see this one, it works like that. On that other one, this part right here is part of the base. So when you slide the seats in, it's different. If I ever find one of those, I saw it a bunch of times and never grabbed it. Then when I decided to do the Caballero, the GMC, I went out looking for it. I couldn't find it. So if I had to buy it online, might as well buy the premium version with the tinted version of the windshield, which looks better than that pink. I think the other one comes with a pink. Alright, where are the screws? Here they are. Alright, so I'm gonna put the screws back on, and I'm gonna throw this on in the paint stripper and leave it there for like maybe 2 days, because this paint is kind of difficult. So once I have it ready, I'll be back. Make sure you check out this other video so you can see the paint process on this one. Ooh. I'll be back. Right, I'm back. So this is the plan. I'm going to be using the metallic medium from the Vallejo premium colors to use the Vallejo candy paint. I will bake it for 1 minute. I'm going to paint the whole thing with this brand new candy yellow. Haven't tried it yet. Transparent yellow, candy yellow. Then the plan is I'm going to use this red. Last time I used this, it looked kind of pink. That's why I'm painting the whole thing yellow, hoping that when the red goes on top of the yellow, it gives me a brighter red. So it's going to be yellow on top, and I'm going to hit it red on the sides. If I don't like it, then I'll add some of the candy orange and I'll see how it looks. So like before, I got a video on these type of paints. You need an airbrush with a 0.5 needle. Big Bertha here, this is what I call this one, has a 0.5 needle. So let me get this set up here and I'll be back. One coat. Let me bake it and I'll be back. See how it looks gray now, or silver. Still hot. Was in the oven for like 1 to 2 minutes. Let me get this little paint out of the way. Let's do another coat. Right, let me bake it again and I'll be back. All right, let's do the yellow. Just cleaned up the airbrush, hot water, paintbrush, and it's good to go. By the way, I'm shooting at 30 psi. Here we go. Not bad. Let me bake it and I'll be back. All right, let's do the second coat. Bake it again. All right, let's do the candy red now. A lot of people ask me how I clean the airbrush. Well, when I'm using the Vallejo paint, I just run hot water on the sink. Do not press the trigger. Just try to get the junk out. Once you see it pretty clean, just cover the nozzle under hot water, and whatever junk it has inside, it's going to try to come out this way, which is better. When you don't see anything else, then I'll spray hot water through, and then I use my airbrush cleaner to kind of lubricate everything. All right, let me get the rag out of the way. Here's the red. Let's see how it looks. Let's see if I could get it about the same height. Notice that this one I'm not painting the base. So let me bake it and I'll be back. Check it out. So it looks kind of orange. I don't mind it at all. I'm debating if I should do another coat. Sure, why not? You're already here, right? Ran out of paint. Beautiful. Did not waste any paint. All right, so let me bake it again. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit it with one light coat of this, bake it again, and then wait about 30 minutes because this thing dries really quick. I still wouldn't touch it, but I can apply the water slide, and I'll be back. So this is the water slides by Second Chance Red Lines. Let me cut this off camera and I'll be back. All right, I'm back. All right, so looking at pictures from originals, I can't really determine how these are supposed to go. They go, for the most part, they go at center bottom of the door. But I've seen pictures with this on the driver's side, which really doesn't make any sense. But the ones that I see like this, they have the same art on the passenger side, which looks the way it's supposed to, like the wind is pushing it. So the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to use this one on top for the driver's side. So the front of the vehicle will be over here, pushing the wind out like there. And this one on the passenger side. And this one is going to go on the back, on the tailgate, right around the original spot. I'm not going to be using the lines. If you do, let me know. I'll go check out your video. Alright, so this is how I cut the art. Put it in water. On the meantime, I have microsole and microset, right? Microsole is stronger, and the purpose of microsole is to make the water slide bent, contour, however you want to call it, to rough corners, right? I always like to use water first. It's still a bit tacky. You gotta be careful with the microsole, because if you go crazy with it, it'll mess up your paint. That's how strong it is. So this area right here is where I need the water slide to bend. So that's where I'm gonna add the microsole. I'm not adding microset yet. I'm gonna leave that once I have it on. I really don't like filming this because I don't like messing up water slides, and I really need to see what I'm doing. So if I go out of focus, forgive me. Alright, so you see I slide it off and I'm holding it, and there it goes. Now I got a toothpick. Let me grab this whole thing. And I try to move it into place. Top has to shift a little. I think that'll be good. Still got to move it a little bit over here. Alright, using the brush, I want to try to get underneath to lift it. There you go. I still have to move it now. Alright. Oh, see, that's the problem with leaving your things open there, and I can't see. This is why I don't film it. That side looks good. And that looks pretty good. So now I'm going to use the micro set. Try to get underneath. You don't want to use a lot of the micro set also, because it'll mess up your paint job. Even though I already clear coated, but you don't want to go crazy. I have to move it just a hair to the right. There you go. Alright, so now I'm going to use the hair dryer and I'll be back. So right and left, and the one tailgate. Now I have to clear coat. I gotta wait for this to dry, clear coat, and I'll come back with the finished product. Alright guys, so this is the Royal Knight that I made for the 4 Horsemen. The Chevrolet El Camino Royal Knight. And this is the GMC Diablo. Should be like a Caballero Diablo. That paint turned out awesome. At least I think so. Let me know in the comments what you think. Of course, none of them came from factory with these type of paint jobs, but this is a custom channel, if you didn't know. I really like how it turned out. If you want to build one of these, I'll leave a link down below to the Second Chance Redline eBay listing for each. I think he has another version of the Diablo water slide. The first ones I requested them to be black and gold, as those colors tend to go with pretty much every color. Notice on the Diablo where I put the water slide, you see that wet look? Originally I think they should go like right here in the middle, but I think it looks better right there. Check that out. Ooh, smooth. Alright, let me know what you think. Thank you for watching. Peace out.